Hi kids. Welcome to Earl's Bedtime Stories. Today we will hear about the story of Lazy John. There was a boy named John who was so lazy, he couldn't even bother to change his clothes. One day, he saw that the apple tree in their yard was full of fruits. He wanted to eat some apples, but he was too lazy to climb the tree and take the fruits. So he lay down underneath the tree and waited for the fruits to fall off. John waited and waited until he was very hungry, but the apples never fell. The moral of the story is: laziness can get you nowhere. If you want something, you need to work hard for it. Our next story is The Fox and the Grapes. Once there was a hungry fox who stumbled upon a vineyard. After seeing the round, juicy grapes hanging in a bunch, the fox drooled. But no matter how high he jumped, he couldn't reach for it. So he told himself that it was probably sour and left. That night, he had to sleep on an empty stomach. The moral of the story is: most of us have the tendency to act like the fox. When we want something but think it's too hard to attain, we make up excuses. We tell ourselves that it's probably not that great instead of working hard for it. Our next story is The Ant and the Grasshopper. The ant and the grasshopper were good friends. In the summer, the ant works hard to fill his storage with food, while the grasshopper was enjoying the fine weather and playing all day. When winter came, the ant was lying cozily in his home surrounded by the food he stored during the summer, while the grasshopper was in his home, hungry and freezing. He asked the ant for food and the ant gave him some. But it wasn't enough to last the entire winter. When he tried to ask the ant again, the latter replied, "I'm sorry my friend, but my food is just enough for my family to last until the end of winter. If I give you more, we too will starve. We had the entire summer to prepare for the winter, but you chose to play instead." The moral of the story is: winter, in this story, represents a time in our life where food and resources are scarce, while summer is that time where everything is abundant. So if you have a lot right now, save some of it for the winter.